In this video, we're going to look at how to create an online survey using Google Forms. And I've already gone ahead and logged into Google, and what I need to do now is go to New, and I've updated to the new look and feel. If you're in the old one, you can still do it the same way. You just choose Google Forms here. And you're brought to this page where you're able to start writing questions. So for instance, you might ask somebody, what is your age? And you can allow them to write it in terms of text. You can give them a range. Let's do that first. Let's go 18 to 34. Add an option. 35 to 64. Add another option. 65 or older. Okay, and then we just click done, and voila, there's our first question. Let's just call this the practice survey, and then we can go on, and if we want to add another question, we click add item. Let's see. Now we can ask different types of questions. Some of those are check boxes, which would be like a select all that apply. So we might ask, what is your, or what are your favorite colors? Simple example here. And then we'll go with a checkbox approach to answering that. We'll say blue, red, and green. And this allows people to answer in a number of ways. Two questions down. You see how easy this is. We're just putting in questions for a survey that will eventually be online. We'll be able to preview that when we're ready to go. We can also add pages. We can put a progress bar on the bottom of the page so when people are filling out the survey they can see how their progress is going. We can randomize the order of questions if we wish. We can also allow only one response per person, which requires them to log in. Otherwise you won't know who's taking it if it's anonymous. If you want to ask an open-ended question that's a short answer, you can choose text. If it's a long answer, paragraph text. You can do a drop-down menu, choose from a list. Okay, so what is your sex? And we'll go with male and female there. And now when people click that one, they'll get a drop-down menu. All right. And I'm going to say this one's ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and view the live form. And that takes me to what people will see when they're ready to take the survey. So there they see the title of the survey, and there's our questions. They can then answer those questions and submit. All right, so now when somebody submits, you go, okay, well, what happened to that information? And if you go back to the form that we started working on in the first place, you see that this responses now has a 1 by it because I just submitted my answers. If I go to the view responses, it takes me to a spreadsheet that was automatically created. It's a Google Sheet. It was automatically created when I made the survey. And if I go back to my Google Drive account, I can find it in there. You get a little thank you page when you're done filling out the survey, and I'll close that. And we can also go ahead and see a summary of responses, which will look pretty silly with only one person, but you can imagine if you've got several people, you get a percentage breakdown for each of the types of answers people ask. You can also follow the trend in terms of how many people are answering or filling out the survey over time. So that's a useful tool. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty easy. Now, the other important thing is, how do we share the survey, right? So we've got to go back to the live form, and you got to copy this link right here, and that's what you'll share with people. And that's pretty much all you need to know. If you copy that link, you can paste it to a website, you can paste it to Facebook. It depends on who you want to be filling out the survey, and that will set it up so people can go ahead and take it. The other things you can play around with are more about the visual elements. You can play around with different themes of the survey. There's a couple of preset templates you can see here on the right, quite a variety. Or you can just go with the basic standard, which is the default. It's really up to you. But that's the basics, and good luck.